Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Bubba's EDC. Much different view for you. And I pray that I don't hit the tripod while we're trying to do this. So, hope you're all having a wonderful day. If you hear banging, that's somebody beating ice out of the freezer in the kitchen or something to that effect. Just for your knowledge, so you know as far as safety goes, that is unloaded. I do not have it sitting on the table loaded. And if you would like to feel better, because I certainly don't want anybody to feel unsafe, you see there, no magazine, clear, okay? Just trying to have a different view for you. So move my cup back. All right, so this video was inspired to me by Stan at Stan's Cutlery Universe. This morning, I saw his video from yesterday, which was Sunday, and he was inspired by Steven over at Patty's Potato Peelers. So the more I thought about it, I thought I needed to do it, and Stan's like, you need to do it. Okay, I'm going to do it. But doggone, it's hard to pick out knives. Yeah, I was trying really hard to not have too many of the same type. I could do a whole video on trappers, which I probably will do. But I was good and only got one mini and one full size. I was trying to be good, or else this whole video would have been trappers. So this is knives that I like, knives that I want to collect, these styles. And you'll see a pattern as we go through here. So you'll notice right off the rip, there's not a whole lot of modern. There's a reason for that. And we'll get there. So we'll start bottom left. We'll work to the right. And there's nothing especially significant about these that are laying horizontal. It was just a matter of I ran out of room trying to keep everything on the pad, trying to make it look presentable. So I hope this will be, and even then I'm a little off. There we go. That looks better. Hopefully that'll make a nice thumbnail. What you think? All right, we'll go bottom left. So my passion for knives currently in 4 months has been the trapper. It does not matter if it is case. It does not matter if it is full size or if it is a mini. I just love the pattern. To me, I don't know why, but to me that pattern is just the bee's knees, the cat's meow. That's everything in a bag of chips. So I always have to show this one off because it's my baby. This is my 1978, and it's hard to see the way they did the dots, but it is a 78 pretty bone. There are 2 dots. They're just, like I said, very hard to see. But trust me, I wouldn't lie to you. You barely see them down there under the U and the A. This is one my buddy Mike Yarlett adjusted the spade blade on it for me after somebody boogered it up before I got my hands on it. So this is a big portion of what I look for in a knife. It feels good in the hand. For me, you know, that spade blade is not a problem. I love the single blades too. It's still a trapper. I do prefer the bolster on the bottom versus a bare head. I had a bare head and I sold it. It was nice, but I loved the money more than the knife. Loved the money. I appreciated the money more than the knife, I should say. But look how good case was in the 70s. 78, and that thing's still, that's just perfect. So, trapper, it is where it is at for me. Mini trapper, same thing. First time I got one of these in my hand, I didn't know what to expect, first of all. I didn't pay attention to the size or anything And I'm pretty sure this was my first one. This was an eBay. Chase over at Southern Blades had posted in our group that this was available. It was a good deal, so I jumped on it. Half stops, which love it. There's why it's a half stop. Those are flattened. I still got a little work to do on that sod buster, which I didn't even put the sod buster out here, but that's okay. But half stops on both. I mean, what else is there to say? Trapper, it's just perfect. I mean, they're about perfect. Now, these next two, well, I did put a sod buster, just not the one. Both copper locks. These were a gift from a subscriber. Very nice brother, gentleman. God bless you, brother. I appreciate him. I was interested in one of these, and he said he had some copper locks, and so I was going to try to work out a trade, and then next thing you know, he said, I'm just going to send them to you. So these two copper locks, I'm trying to verify, make sure I'm telling you the truth. And three other knives on this table were gifts. Everything else, 4 of the knives, sorry. Everything else I bought or traded for. But I just love the copper lock. I love a single blade knife or a 2-blade knife. Yes, I have some Stockmans, but those fit into categories. But as a rule, a single blade knife, big old clip point blade, got some swedging on there, long pull. I mean, what's not to love? So as a rule, I am a single blade or a 2-blade guy. Nothing wrong with the 3 or 4 blades, absolutely. And I hope this video doesn't take all day. I feel sorry for y'all having to watch it if you choose to watch it. So there's a mini copper lock in amber bone. I believe this one is chestnut bone. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Jig chestnut. Gorgeous. That was whiskey bone there. Pretty bone there. But just love the copper lock pattern. I had one of these and I traded it away. Sorry about bumping the camera there. And of course, after you trade something away, you get remorse. Oh, this was a gift as well. I forgot. Somebody threw this in on a trade. Kevin over Alabama Knife and Tool. So this was just regular gray bone. I toasted it up some. It's not, you know, tin roof like that, but I like it. I love the sod buster pattern. Like we said, single blade and a slip joint. I mean, what's not to love, you know what I mean? Just love the sod buster pattern, whether it's junior or full size. Love them. This was a trade also from Kevin, and it's amber bone, which I love, and it's a big one. It's a big knife. It's a handful, so I like the 75 patterns because of that. Carbon steel. Haven't really used this one. I need to rectify that. Look at that big old sheep's foot. Golly. That's awesome. Sometimes you forget about things when you don't tote them enough, you know. But so I love the big Stockmans, the 75 pattern. This is here because it's a Frontier. So I have a couple of Frontiers on the table, and they are up here because I'm collecting the Frontiers. Simple as that. Don't care what the pattern is. Don't care what the handle material is. I'm doing the Frontiers. So this is what they call Stag, but it's just their jigged Delin. And this is a 2-blade jack. Just outstanding. I was so happy I was able to pick this up in Kentucky from Brother Mark Lamb. If you're watching this, brother, thank you so much again. Tickled pink to get that. Such a good looking made in America knife. Now, these next two, these are from the UK. These are Arthur Wright & Son. You just saw me show this one the other day. This is the club knife from Patty and Pal's podcast. Steven over at Patty's Potato Peelers. And I just love the little gentleman jack knives, one single blade. Yeah, it's shorter, but it's actually just a touch longer than the mini trapper. So it's a good size. It's big, thick handles, and the spring on it, I mean, golly. You don't have to worry about that closing on you when you're working. Half stops, I mean, just awesome. So that's the tackler. And then this one here, they actually call this one the gentleman's jack. Just a single spear point blade. Awesome. Love it. Iki wood there. Rose. This is, I forget if this is Iki or rosewood as well. But just good sized knife. Fits in the hand well. And the next, I pulled out 4 of them because they're all a little different, but they all have something in common. They're all single blades from Rosecraft. And I didn't know about Rosecraft a year ago, I guess. And I have fallen in love with them. Fully admit that the pass around group has contributed to that. But I spent my money on all these. They are all seconds, but my money. I bought them because I like them. So that is their overall creek farm hand. And we're going to forget the names here moving forward, but some kind of a Skinner. Y'all forgive me. Forget the names. But just an awesome, it fits in the hand good. Got that curve. It just feels really good. Got good spring, half stops on everything. A little out of frame there, but we'll be all right. And this is a Barlo. And I don't think it's called Otter Creek. It might be Otter Creek. I don't remember. But just outstanding quality. Single blade. I've really fallen in love with the Barlo pattern here lately. Yes, I did sell one up in Kentucky. But I really do enjoy the Barlo pattern, and I love a single blade. I just love a single blade. And this is a go-to-meeting knife, as Brother Terry would say. Cane Creek jack, Coke bottle shape, ringed bolsters. I mean, half stops, strong spring. Woo, that thing popped right in there, didn't it? Just gorgeous. So yes, I am a Rosecraft fanboy, if you want to call me that. This here, another Barlow style. This was a gift from Brother Dwayne Clark. First package he ever sent me. This is the Kershaw Culpepper. It is salty, but I'm a little salty some days too. Got jimping on the back. Got good spring action. Fits in the hand good. And it's got a lanyard hole. I forget if this is G10 or micarta. But just an outstanding pocket knife there. Outstanding. And we'll work back now right to left. The Schrade Old Timers. I want every one of these at some point. And that is because of the look. This saw cut Delin, I just love it. The brown, I don't know why, but I love it. Picked this up at Antique Store a while back. I do need to rework that blade. Got a chip right there. Have not worked the blade edge at all. But other than that, it's all there. Probably needs a little oil, but it's all got snap. In very good shape. But the old timers, they're worthy of any collection. This particular buck was my grandpa's, Papa Bud. So that is why I have this. This will be in my collection till the day I die. And then it'll go down to my kids if they choose to keep collecting knives. If not, it'll go back to my uncle. But I do want to get all the 300 series. All of this black saw cut Delrin. And I believe they have a folding hunter. I'm not sure what all they have. I know they have a folding hunter and some trappers. So I'd like to get all those. Excuse me. Big old yawn there. But this is a 1991 301, I believe. Yes, 91 301. It's just It's mints. Papa never carried it, you can tell. This was a little outside of my wheelhouse when I picked this up, but it was too pretty, and it came with the sheath, and it had the badge, the Bass Pro Shop badge on the sheath as well. So it's a Bear MGC Bass Pro Shop with 3 emeralds. According to my buddy Clint over at Blade Bloodhound, usually these badges are 10 karat gold, and usually the stones are real. So this is, forgive the shadows there. Is that 3 on the left, 4 on the right? I think this is a 93. I could be wrong. 7 dots, is that right? It's a little easier to look not through the lens sometimes. But just beautiful, beautiful knife right there. I was going to see if I had the sheath right here close to show it to you. But, of course, I have put it in another drawer. There it is. So that's the sheath with that badge. Now, this one has 2 emeralds and a diamond. So I don't know why they are different. Any Bass Pro employees know? Let me know. So I'd love to know. But I'm proud to have that. It's a Bear & Son or Bear MGC back in the day. And it's a single blade. It's not really a toter. It's just a collector. But I felt like I got a good price on it. So I got it. This is another go-to-meeting knife. This is a Bone Stag Teardrop by Case. This is a 2015. Half stops, little pin blade. Pops right in there. Case really does a good job with their Bone Stag, in my opinion. If you compare this to that Bone Stag there, this is just much better. Now, it doesn't compare to Stag, obviously, but it's much better. There's your Tony Bose. TV 6.5, 1028, USA, stainless steel. Forgive me for bumping the camera, like I said. And these shadows are fighting me in here. But this one I traded for because, once again, single blade. And I kind of wanted some knives that were a little dressier for church. And now I really like this pattern. I don't know if they make a bigger teardrop or not. I don't think they do. But if they did, I'd be interested in it. But yep, traded with my buddy Chase for that one. He gave me a excellent trade, so thank you for that, buddy. This was a trade with Uncle Jim, Big Jim, over at Barlo Brigade. We got a Bear & Son, Sheep's Foot, Barlo, Bone Stag, half stops, long pull. I mean, it's got everything going for it. Plus, it came from Big Jim. Just outstanding. Look at the swedging. Love that swedging. So I had messaged him one day, or texted him one day. Look at that good spring. And asked him, if he had any Barlows he'd be willing to part with, because I didn't have a Barlow. And I kind of wanted to, be a man, have a Barlow. So he said he had this one. I was like, okay. So we done some finagling and got some things done. So once again, what's my pattern? What's the pattern here, folks? Single blade, slip joint. Yes, there are a couple of lockbacks here, but slip joint, slip joint, slip, 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 lock back. I mean, y'all can tell what I like. Y'all can tell. All right. Now, we're going to the Biggins. The Folding Hunter. The first Folding Hunter I ever had was a K-Bar 1184, and I traded it to HT, and I've regretted it ever since. I didn't think that I would collect the big knives. Yeah, that didn't last very long. Didn't last very long at all. This one is a 70. Woo, forgive me, I got to go off camera. '73, 7 dot. you go. And this is single blade folding hunter. This was a gift from my good friend, Brother Dwayne Jackson. Good friend, minister of the gospel, excellent singer. He goes to Brother Nate Green's church up there in Rutherfordton, North Carolina, Bible Tabernacle. And he's one of the ministers there, the worship leader, backup guitar player, backup drum player, backup bass player. I mean, the man can do it all. And cornhole champion. You don't believe me? Ask Brother Nate. But that was just an outstanding gift he gave to me. I forget if it was Easter or Mother's Day. He was down and he ministered. Or maybe it was just a regular Sunday. He was down ministering. And then he gave me that. And this one, this is a 2-blade folding hunter by Case. So these are both rosewood. I'm sorry, they're both wood. This one, I think, is rosewood. This one, I'm not sure. Oh, and that bead right there, that's the Stag bead from Brother George Bramblett up in South Carolina. Appreciate you, Brother George. This is a 2003. This is my wife and mine's anniversary. August 15th, which is just this Friday coming up, is our anniversary. We'll have been married 22 years. Sorry about the hand there. And I can't believe she stuck with me this long. Grace of God, because she is my sweetheart. But this is a 62-65 in Super Sport. So because this is an 03, this will forever stay in my collection. Only thing wrong is they don't have a lanyard hole. I think a lanyard hole is really good on a folding hunter since they're a big knife, help to get it out of your belt sheath. But yes, the folding hunters, the big knives, I love them. I've got a sheath coming here soon from Mike at Make Cutlery Great Again, and it's going to allow me to start toting these big boys. And this is a Frontier. Speaking of Mike, he had found this on eBay. It was listed wrong, listed as a trapper, I believe. And it was, y'all, it was a good deal, 20-something bucks. And these were only made from 76 to 80. Very rare. The single blade version of this is only made 1 year, 76, and they are hard to find. Hard, like a needle in a haystack. But just excellent shape. The only thing wrong with it is one of the blades, the main blade, looks like it has a bend. And apparently all of them are that way. So whether they didn't heat treat them properly or they didn't, I don't know. Who knows? But again, Frontier, that's why I have that. Just love the Frontier. More Biggins. 60T. I believe they call this the Bearpaw or the Golden Bear. I forget. But this was a pickup off Facebook. A gentleman was selling it with a nylon shade sheath. Excellent price on it. Bear head, I do like the bear head on this. Saw cut Delin, so fits into this pattern or this collection. Fits into the Biggin's collection. Fits into a single blade collection. It just it checks all the boxes. Just awesome, big old beefy knife. That's a working man's knife right there. And I put the thumb stud on it. That makes it so much easier to get open. I had to play with it back and forth, get it to the right spot. But that's the way to go right there. Now, this one I haven't cleaned up yet. I had traded Brother Randy from Georgia Venture for this a while back. Buck 110. Needs to be cleaned up because it's been sitting. It was sitting in the sheath and then it's been sitting since I got it. But big old beefy knife. Classic America right there. Davy Crockett would have loved to have had one of these on his side back in the day, I guarantee you. And then you got the little brother, the 112. This one is super special to me because this was a gift from my pastor. Ephesians 4:13, Bubba. I have the sheath for both of these. I have the box still for this. The 112, y'all, is such a good size. I do have two of these. Both were gifts. The other was a gift from Dwayne at Cross Creek Outdoors. I still can't believe that he did that for me. This is a rigid single blade lock back. You don't see the rigids a whole lot. I personally have never seen this one. All shiny. Nothing on it. This was a trade with Mike at Make Cutlery Great Again. I put the thumb bar on there. This is a Made in America. If you don't know, these guys who made Rigid, they were ex-employees of Buck. And they went out and started Rigid knives, and just look at that. I mean, that right there, just, I mean, it's just, if this was wooden handles like this, man, you talk about the perfect size knife. The only thing, because that metal right there is a little bit of a hot spot. But beyond that, perfect. All right, this is one of the more modern ones here. This is a Baron Son, large farmhand. I picked this up from Mr. Griffey himself at the Blade Show Atlanta. Put the thumb stud on there. Got the rosewood handles. They're a little more orange, but that's, for some reason, that's why I liked it, because it was different. Just a big old beefy blade. Single blade, once again, made in America. Don't care for the clip. I took the clip off and bent it to make it a little better, but I think it's because it's so short, you don't really have much leverage. But aside from that, everything else about it is great. Just absolutely great. All right, oldest knife of mine on the table. Gerber Gator. This was given to me by my dad when I was a teenager in the 90s. Don't ask me what year, because I don't know. The sheath was lost years ago when I was in the Air Force. This will forever stay in my collection. But y'all, the Gerber Gator, if you don't own one, get one. I wish I had. I'm going to try to get one that's not serrated as well. But you talk about a knife that, right there, that choil, just like that Rigid, it just fits the hand perfectly. And because of these grips, man, it's a working man's knife. Absolutely. Go to work with it. You could absolutely work with it. And last but not least, my one modern on this table. This was a gift after the Ellaville Knife Show from my buddy, brother Nate Green at Green's Blade Revival. This kind of symbolizes what I want in a modern. High quality. I'm really digging the Spydercos. I'm wanting to get me a pair of 2 or pair of 3 or both. Delica, Indela, there's a bunch of them I want. This one is not assisted. It does have a detent right there. It is salty, which is perfectly fine. You can switch out the clip 4 different ways, right, left, up, down. But this kind of symbolizes a style of modern that I want. I don't want a modern that is so expensive that I'm scared to use it, but I want something sturdy enough that I can use it, and a good enough quality steel that it's going to hold up. And Spydercos are that. So that's the only modern I show on here. I do have others. I carry the Ozark Trails and I carry the different ones, but I'm not going to go out of my way to collect those. Now, if I just see an Ozark Trail for a really good price, yes, I might pick it up. But that's not what I'm looking for when I collect, and when I collect moderns. So I hope this kind of was entertaining or informative. Hope you enjoyed seeing some of my knives. Some of these I just absolutely love, more than others, obviously. Some are sentimental, like Papa's knife, or the one my dad gave me. The gift from Brother Dwayne, the other Brother Dwayne Clark, Brother Dwayne Jackson, Brother Nate Green. So just kind of show you why I collect the way I do. And like I said, I hope it was informative. I hope you enjoyed looking at the knives. You know, put your stuff out there, what you like to collect and why you like to collect. You know, what it boils down to, and I was thinking of this at work today, most of my stuff that I really enjoy fits into a category. You take these two right here out in the middle, take out the Bear and the Teardrop, because even this one would still work. You got working man's knives. That's what I am. I'm a working man. Yes, I do have a desk and I have a lot of things I have to handle on the computer, but I've been a working man since I was 18, 17. And I will always be, even though I've had some desk jobs in between there, I'm always going to be a guy who just goes out and gets it done. physically just handle stuff, whether in bad pain or whatever. I'm a working man, and working man's knives, that's just what I prefer. Yes, I fully admit I don't always use all these. I usually will use the moderns, but I will pull these out and use them. I've used the heck out of this. I've used the heck out of this. Different ones I've used. These right here, use the heck out of those. So yeah, just working man's knives. You know, the kind of men I would like to think I could fit in with, the kind of men that this country was built upon, built on the backs of hardworking men who did what they had to do to provide for their family, regardless of everything else going on around them. Y'all forgive my OCD. Looking through the camera, I'm seeing things, and it's kind of irking me. But yeah, I would like to think I could fit in with some of them fellers along this journey that this great country of ours has had. You know, we've had some hard times. We've had some down times as a nation. Don't know, you know, what the future holds. But let's just do it together. How about that? I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for all of your support for me and for the channel. It's truly overwhelming. I think about it sometimes that people like to listen to me or like to watch me. I don't understand it, honestly, because I'm just kind of a dork. I'm a goober, a nerd, whatever I am, just old redneck. But I certainly appreciate you. I love you. God bless you. And remember, do something kind for someone else. It goes a mighty long way. You don't know how you might help somebody along the way. Till next time, I'm Bubba.